our webpage. So again, welcome at the Prague University of Economics and Business. I am Veronika, responsible for master programs. And here's also my colleague, Teresa, who is responsible for the bachelor's program, Economic Data Science. Hi, Teresa.
Hello, Veronica, and hello, everyone. I'm very welcome you at this webinar.
Welcome as well. And this presentation will be about the topic, everything you need to know about dormitories. And it will be given by our current students. It are students of the bachelor's program, Economic Data Science, Sofia and Tommaso. So in the first part, they will speak and give you this presentation. And in the second part, you can ask us questions. If you will have any questions in the meantime, you can just write it to the chat, or later you can just even use the microphone and we will answer it. So, Sofia and Tommaso, the floor is yours, and thank you very much for this presentation.
Hello everyone. I'm Tommaso. I'm a student at FIS of the first year in Economic Data Science, and today I will present the presentation on the dorms. So there is a big variety of dormitories in our university. Every dorm is very close in price. They have a price list, but the range is close to 200 euros a month. Here we have the list. The differences between the dorms are the facilities. So if the room will be triple or double. We have general facilities with shared kitchens, with fridges, kettle and induction, stove. There are no ovens. We have a laundry room where you can book and do your laundry on the ISCAN website, the same website that then I'm going to show you. You can book your dorm. Some dorms have the gym, like Yarov 2. And yeah, the rooms are organized like this with one common shared kitchen per dorm that you're going to share with your flatmates. There is a reception, usually open on specific days, where you can ask for help or for infos. There are social rooms. For example, in Yarov 2, there is one with table games like chess or music instruments with piano and games like pool or arcade. Then there are study rooms in almost every dorm. And common items can be rented from reception. For example, the vacuum cleaner, the ironing board. If you have a necessity, you can just rent it from the reception. So how to apply to the dormitory? So here there are the steps in order. Of course, you have to be enrolled to our university. Then you have to submit the application form on the ISCAN website. And here is from the 5th of June to the 5th of July, the application for new students are open. Then you have to pay the deposit. And here is the date until the 5th of July. You can move during weekdays from 10th of September during office hours. And you can find the office hours on each dormitory's own website. So you just insert the name of the dormitory and you're gonna be able to find more information. On the university website, you can find direct links to the dormitory's websites. So that's a shortcut. If this is okay. So here it also says that you can contact your dormitory manager for more information or to know better on the procedures to move into the dorm. The contacts for the dormitory manager can be found on the website of Viesce in the section where it talks about the dorms. You select the dorms you're interested to, you scroll down, and one of the last are the contact info. So if you apply to the dorms through ISCAM on the 13th of July, your application status should change with approval in progress through preliminary approved. And then by the end of August, you will be able to see the dormitory you have been allocated into. So ISCAM website is the website I was talking before. Used for all things related to dorms, like reservation of services. As I was saying before, like for example, there are laundry machines. If you need to do a laundry, you pay a very small amount and book on a certain hours the machines to do laundry. Then on ISCAMPay website, you can also use it to pay the rent, file complaints, purchase memberships for the gyms, book specific rooms to stay with your friends, and all these kind of things related to the dorms. Then here there is a link on the instruction how to use the website. And here, if something cannot be found on ISCAM, you can contact the specific dorm manager that is different for each dorm, and you can have more information. So I'm gonna pass the rest of the presentation to Sofia.
Yes, hello everybody. I'm Sophia and I will just continue saying there are some additional informations that maybe we haven't said before, but it's all on the website. So if you read the website carefully or this presentation, you will know. And one of the things is that for the first year students, which all of you will be, there is unfortunately no option for you to choose a room yourself. You will be just allocated automatically to a double bed room. And it just means that there will be one room, there are two beds, and you will have a roommate. And from my knowledge, usually the roommate is also a first year student, but it doesn't have to be that way. And you will be allocated to one of the dormitories. You can, when you are registering to the ISCAM site for the dorms, you can choose a preferred dormitory. You will just look at the website, you will see which one works best for you. There are some little differences, but it's really not that big. And there is a possibility that you will be put into one of the dorms of your choice, but it's not a guarantee. And after you do come to Vesha and you are already accommodated here for a while, there's no set amount of period, you can on your own contact the dormitory manager to be put on the waiting list for single rooms. This is also what I have done. I was first in the dormitories in Yarrow 2. That's one of the dormitories here. And I was in a double room, but I knew I wanted to eventually transfer to a single room. But usually you can already switch to a different type of room only like once per year in the summer. But you can do it like externally if you ask your dorm manager that you want to switch a room, and it will be just you ask them, they will tell you if they do have space, if they don't have space, or if they don't have space, you can just be asked to put on the waiting list, which I did, and I got a single room in 1 month. So it was a really good thing, and I recommend to do it. And if you are coming to Prague with, let's say, a friend, or you already like met someone and you know they will be coming here, you can fill out a form when you are applying to the rooms, and you can be put into a room together. So if any of you have already like made friends or anything, you can fill out this form, and then you will know who your roommate will be in advance. And unfortunately, this year, there are some renovations being done to one of the dormitories, or like in the dormitory area, which is a good thing because they will be making the dorms nicer and better for us. But for that reason, it means that they had to open up another dorm, which is a bit further. It's called in Jižní Město Chodov. It's not in the main campus, like where the dormitories are located in the area of Prague called Žižkov. That's also where the university is, but it's in a little bit different location. I think that they will still try to put you into the dormitories which are closer to the university, but since there are many students applying, it is also a possibility that you will be living in the other dormitories in the not in this area of Prague. And for any further information, you can visit the link after we share the PowerPoint with you. I just wanted to mention a bit about my experience in Yarrow 2. Yarrow 2 is the name of the dormitory. Yarrow is actually like the little area of the region that this area is in. And me and both Tommaso actually live in this dormitory, and I have written a blog about this dormitory if you would be more further interested. There are also some pictures, so there is a link to the blog. And the Yarrow 2, I came here initially because it was the cheapest option in the Žižkov area for a shared room. You will see this when you yourself can go on the website. You can compare the price list for all the rooms. It's very well written out. So, for example, in Yarrow 2, the dorms are always separated, of course, like girls and boys. And there are, for example, some dormitories, some rooms where you share a bunk with 5 girls, or there are dormitories rooms where you share with 8 girls. And depending on this, the price is changing, of course, because sometimes you sacrifice something, so you get a little bit cheaper price, of course. And you can just all compare this on the website because it's written out very well. But you will eventually find that Yarrow 2 is the cheapest option. I'm not sure. I think the dormitory I mentioned previously, Jižní Město, it might also be like around the same price as Yarrow 2 or maybe even cheaper. But except of that, all the dorms from the dorms in Yarrow, in Žižkov, it is the cheapest option. And it has all the facilities that we mentioned before, but it unfortunately doesn't have a receptionist. There is a receptionist during the morning hours on weekdays, but there is no 24/7 receptionist. This is sometimes an inconvenience, but only in extraordinary cases when, for example, you would accidentally lock yourself out. This has happened to me before. In that case, you would need to go to the main university hotel, which is just like a 10-minute walk or 2 tram stops. So it's really not like a big problem. And you just go there, and there they have a 24/7 receptionist, and you will just ask them to unlock your dorm. Or actually, by now, it can also be done by phone call. So if you won't lock your phone out, then you will just be able to call them, and they will be able to unlock your door. Yes. And in Yarrow too, there are actually the most number of single rooms, which I knew that I eventually want to go to a single room. And so, like statistically speaking, you will have the biggest possibility that you will be able to transfer to a single room because there's always people moving out, new people moving in. So if you put yourself on the wait list or if you ask your dorm manager if they have any single rooms for free, then you will have just a bigger chance in Yarrow too. And thankfully, the dormitory has been very well renovated in the past couple of years. So my personal experience, I'm still at Yarrow 2 after 2 years, is that it's very nice. It's very like bright. There's big windows. There's new paint. There's all the facilities you need. We have a gym. We have the common room. We have a kitchen, microwaves. I think everything necessary is here. But, definitely check out the website to see other options, if that's not what you prefer. The only other limitation about Yarrow 2 is that it is a little bit further than the other dorms. We will show this to you after in the picture. There is a main area where all the dorms are located, except the one I spoke about, the Jižní Město one. The dorms in Žižkov, they're located right next to each other. I think it's about 4 or 5 dorms, I'm not sure how many. And they're all kind of centered in one place. And my dorm and Tomas's dorm, this Yarrow 2, it's maybe a 10-minute walk further. So it's not in the main campus. But it's really a 10-minute walk, so you can go there anytime. It's very close, and I don't think this is a true limitation. And we have, I think, 3 supermarkets that are very close. There's a huge Kaufland. I don't know if any of you heard of this shop, but it's it has really good deals, and it's really a 3-minute walk away, so you can do all your shopping close by. And there's another small grocery shop. There's a park nearby, really 5 minutes away. There's a huge, beautiful park. The tram stop is nearby. It's 2 minutes walk. So I think every facility is quite close. And another thing which is interesting about Yarrow too is that we have these things called couple rooms. It's the one you can see in the picture. It's quite a big room. and it's like intended for your like partner or your relationship, partner. You can apply like in a similar way through ISCAM, that you just like kind of specify the couple room. And it's a nice room. It's more like, of course, you pay more for the room because it's bigger and you're there, two people are there. But it's good that there's this option. So if you're coming here with someone, or if you meet someone, you can apply for this room. And this is the layout of the main dormitory area that I was talking about before. This one doesn't include Yarrow 2, as I said. So on the left, you can see the canteen. It's like the Mensa. You can go here to get cheap food. It's really where all the students go to get cheap food if you don't feel like cooking. It has an opening time, but like it's really like a 1 minute walk away. So, you can always just go in there if you don't have something to eat, or if you want to eat something for a good price. Then there are the big dormitory. You can see Staleroba, that's one of them. On the right, you can see University Hotel. And University Hotel is the like main dormitory with the 24/7 receptionist. And it is an interesting dormitory in the sense that it's also a hotel. So people can actually like reside there. And for example, if you will have your parents visiting or your friends, you can book a stay in the university hotel. And it's just kind of cool that it's like a dormitory and the hotel two in one. I have stayed there also with my friends as well, and it has a really good amenities. So it's kind of more like apartment style. It's like you have a bathroom, you have a room, you have a kitchen all in one. So it's very good. And then there's the other dormitory, which is called Palachova. And in the middle, you can see like the sports facilities. There's like basketball, football, like badminton, and I will show you a close-up of them in the next slide, but you can book all of these facilities. It's like, for students to use through the ISCAM website. Yep. And then there's another dormitory called Aislerova. This is the one which I think is being renovated. It's the one usually where Erasmus students go. It's a nice dormitory, but like right now it won't be available, so no need to mention that. And yeah, you can just see the sports facilities. I think they're very good. And even yesterday we had like a sports day, and there were many people here playing sports. So I definitely recommend to check it out because it's just, great. Like we have the facilities, you can go with your friends to play it, and there's really everything you need for some good sports. And there's also for like people interested in calisthenics or, workout, street workout, there is this like big thing, I don't know what the name is, like the sports facility. And you can also do that. It's free to use. And this is the dormitory canteen, like how it looks. And these are the opening hours. So during weekdays from 11 to 2, it's the general opening time, if I'm not mistaken, of the Mensa in school as well. Although I think that's open till 3 and it has like morning or afternoon times, but this is the Mensa in the dorms. And we have like a little students bar. It's next to the university hotel, and like the other dormitories, it's basically, I will show you. It's like somewhere here. I think so, if I'm not mistaken. And it looks like this inside. The people from, outside of school, they can also come in there. So like the general public, but there's usually only students, and they have, good drinks, they have food there. There's many events that happen here. So for example, we, the ambassadors, sometimes host a thing called pub quiz, and we would do it here. Or other student societies can also do their events here. We sometimes go to beer pong. It's a very good place. I think they have good food, good drinks, very reasonably priced. And, some people really like live above this, so you can just walk down from your dorm if you want to, enjoy a few drinks with your friends. And there's the opening hours, so it's very, I think, reasonably opened, from 3 p.m. to 12 a.m. Nobody really goes there in the morning, and on the weekend is open as well. And this is the layout of how the whole like dormitory situation looks for the main campus, as I was saying. So you will be able to find Yaro 2 dormitory where I live you won't find it on this map, but it's on the left side, like towards the east. And the other dormitories are all here. It's just like an overhead visual of how it looks. You can also see that there's 2 tram stops. One of them is called Chmelnice, which is hard to pronounce. And usually we take the tram number 9 to go to school. It stops it's like, I think, a 10 or 12-minute ride to school. And you literally just walk outside of your dormitory. It's like 2 minutes, and then you step on and you go to school. And there's all the facilities, so you can really see that it's all in like one sphere, and it's very nicely packed together, so everything is right where you want it to be. And then there's just the other stop, which is called Stražni. The number 9 is also being taken from here, but you can take the other trams, if you go anywhere else. And it's just the one that's closer from the university hotel side, so it depends, which dorm you live in, which one you will use. And yes, I think we're missing one of the slides. I'm not sure why. It was the slide about how to get. Oh, this one. Yes, sorry. This is just how we usually get to school or to our university. So the 3 red flags are the tram stops. The one furthest to the right, you can see it's in the Yaro. That's the tram stop that you take when you live in Yaro 2, so in my and Tomaso's dormitory. The tram stop is called Kniežská Luka, and you just step on number 9 as well if you want to go to school. And then you have the other 2 flags, they're right next to each other. You step on number 9, and then you take this little 10-minute route, or in the image it says 16 minutes, but for some reason I feel like it's 10 minutes. And it stops at the stop Viktoria Žižkov. That's actually the football team, I think, the name. There is like a football pitch right next to the school. And from Viktoria Žižkov, I think it's like a 7-minute walk or 5-minute walk if you're super fast to school. And so it's like very, very close, I would say. And you will see from Viktoria Žižkov, it's like 2 stops to get into the old town, or like the main like city center. So I think it's located in a really good place, and you will find that you are like super close to everything if you live in the dorms. So I think it's like a really good option. And the dorms are, some people think they sound bad, but they are actually really good. And that's all from my side, so I will give the word back to Veronica. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sofia and Tomaso, for the great presentation. It was really perfect. Thank you very much. And now it's your time, dear new students. If you have any questions regarding the dormitory, so use the option. We are here as the program coordinator, but we have here also the current students who live right now in the dormitory, so they really have their own experience. So if you have any questions, please use the chat or use the microphone, and we are here to answer it. So basically, maybe what I would like just to mention once more, application for dormitories will open on 5th June. When that happens, we will send you a link with more information. Basically, the information are also provided at our webpage. You can just find a link on the webpage in the chat. Just, the information for new admitted students at our faculty main webpage. Basically, there are all information for new students, including housing. But before the application for dormitories open, you will get an email with more information again. Just note, it's necessary to pay the booking deposit before 5th of July. While paying the deposit, you will just book it, you will just confirm the booking. And then in August, you will see if your request has been approved. And later, while you will be enrolling to students, you will just to studies, you will then see also your dormitory and room number. So, and now, are there any questions to the dormitories? And maybe one more thing, we definitely recommend to all new students, especially for those students who are from outside from Czechia, to stay in the dormitories, at least for the beginning of their studies. It's really a great option to make friends there, because it is very international. So it's just very easy to meet new people there. And also it will just easy for you to use this option because like to find a flat outside of Czechia could be quite challenging. So definitely it's recommended to stay in dormitories first. And if you would later prefer another accommodation, of course, then you can then later find a flat in Prague. But I would say most of the students really like to the way how it's in dorms is. So majority of the students stay in the dormitories for the whole period of their studies. There are no questions. Okay, Anna Golovanova, please. The microphone is yours.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, hello, we can hear you. Hi.
I have a question. If I choose between all the dorms in Vyšeje, which one would you recommend as the best?
Yeah, maybe before I will just give the floor to Sofia or Tomaso, maybe just one thing. Yeah, as the student said, very probably you will have the options to choose the preferred room or the preferred dormitory, but we can't really guarantee to you. It depends on the dormitories. Maybe they will just allocate you to some of the dormitories. So just note, we really can't guarantee it. It really depends on number of applicants there will be for the dormitories this year, right? So maybe Tommaso, which dormitory would you recommend for the stay?
So I think that the best dormitory, but that's my personal opinion, is the Palahova one, and is the one that I'm gonna spend the summer also in. And I don't know, I just like the layout of the rooms, and in that one there is the a shop inside close to the reception, and I think it's a very cool thing. And there are also private rooms with kitchens, and it's great to do some events with friends. It's
Okay, thank you.
And Sophia, what do you think? What is the best dormitory?
I think it like I don't want to say like diplomatic answers like it depends on your preference, but I really think like for me as a student who sometimes doesn't have so much money, I think Yarrow 2 really like has everything you need, and it has like I'm staying in a single room, so I am paying a bit more, but it really has like everything you need. And if you are not like very needy on what you need, then I think it has really everything. Like it has gym, it has laundry, it has the common rooms, and I am just like, for me, you need to just think what is your priority. For me, the priority was to stay in the single room. I knew like that was my like biggest goal. Yaro to gave it to me, so I'm just happy. But I would say that I really like the Isladova dorms because they do have a balcony. And the balcony, I think, is very nice to have. But of course, you will pay more. So it's always you get something or you don't, but you sacrifice something. So it depends what is the priority for you. But for me, I view them as all being very similar. And because Yarrow 2 is the cheapest, I will still say Yarrow 2 is the best.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And thank you, Sophia and Tommaso. I see here's a question in the chat. So in the beginning, we just get assigned to rooms, no selection unless for the roommate, right? Really depends what the dormitories will decide at the end, but very probably you will be not able to choose the dormitory. We will see, but yeah, very probably you will be just allocated. However, if you already have a friend you would like to stay with, there is always a form after you will just complete the application for the dormitory, then you can just complete the form and there write his or her name. So then you are sure that you can just stay in the same room with your friend. And it can be even like your partner, because like as Sophia said, there is even this couple's room. But otherwise, the new students are always allocated to double bedrooms because there aren't enough single rooms. So in case you will have not a preferred friend, then you will be allocated to a room with somebody. Okay, there is someone who want to ask the question. Kevin Emanuel, the floor is yours.
Hello, ma'am. How are you doing?
Hi, fine. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you?
Thank you. So what do you want to know?
Yeah, ma'am. So I would like to know, like, how much would the room cost me because it is a university who would choose the room for me. So I would like to know how much it would cost, because in the dormitory website, each room has its own specification according to its dormitory. So how much would it cost?
The price really depends on the room you will be allocated. It's really differs. The price could start around 220 euro per month, but could be even 350 euro a month. It really depends on the room. In case you will be allocated to Jižní Město, it will be cheaper. In case you will stay in Jarov, and within some better room, then it will be more expensive. So that really depends.
So it will be based on like where I get allocated, right?
You will get the information on your specific room after your room will be allocated to you. That means at the end of August.
Okay, ma'am. So will I be able to change it, because it might be like too much on my budget?
If you would have some preferences, you can always send an email to the dormitories.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah? You're
Yeah, sure.
welcome.
Thank you.
And if there will be always any problem with the dormitories, for example, it would be too expensive, or you would like to change your class, your roommate, you just always need to visit the dormitory manager and discuss it with him. If it's possible, they always try to help. They are always very kind in the dormitory. They always try to help. Sometimes it's challenging because we prepared at the beginning of the semester. The dormitories are always overcrowded, but they really try to help. So, there is again somebody who would like to ask some questions. I guess the next one is, I can't see the name, Mikhail Merza.
I want to ask only one question, like if I have friends, can I stay with them?
Yes, you can. It's just needed to complete the form. You will get access to the form after you will, or just when you will be applying to the dormitory. There will be also this form you can just complete, and you will just add the name there with your friend, and then you will be allocated together with your friend.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Miss Asia.
Yes, Veronica. Hi.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Hello, hi.
Yeah, hi. Thank you for the presentation, guys. I have a question. You mentioned that in August we will know if we were given the room, right? So I wanted to ask, is there a chance that we won't be assigned with a room?
No, you don't have to be afraid. We can guarantee to all new students, international students, that they will receive a room in our dormitory. So don't be afraid. Just in case you will pay the booking deposit and apply in time till 5th of July, at the beginning of August, you can see that your request has been approved. Just it means it takes time to the dormitory to proceed it. And then at the end of August, you will see which dormitory and which room have been allocated. But all new students are always allocated, and till now, like all students, international students are allocated at our dormitory, so you don't have to be afraid about it.
I see. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Then there is somebody else. I'm trying to find the names. Miss Arina Saposhnikova.
Hello.
Hello,
Thank
hi.
you for the opportunity. So earlier you were talking about coming to dorms with a friend. So my question is, does it have to be a friend that also wants to go to the VŠE student or newly admitted student, or it doesn't matter?
Like they spoken about a VŠE student. Right now, we can just guarantee a spot in our dormitory for our international students. We already had here questions if a couple, a married couple or even like partners, can be accommodated together if one of the other is studying another public university in Prague. I discussed it with the dormitories. I'm not working in the dormitories, I'm working at the faculty, and the dormitories is and the dormitories is specific authority. It's just another organization. But I just discussed it with them, and they just say that they will try, but they can't really promise it. So if you will have another friend who will study another public university in Prague, maybe if there will be spot, he will be allocated, but they can just guarantee it only to students who will study at VSE.
Or, for example, I would also want to add, if that friend doesn't really go somewhere in Prague, and or they just want to come like for a week or something.
Yeah, in such a case, they can just use the dormitory hotel, the university hotel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good. You're welcome. And there is another Alexia Lee. Alexia or Alesha? Okay, I'm not sure. She hear us. So is there someone else who would like to give any other, who would like to give us any question? Okay, there is a question in the chat. Is there a chance that we might be assigned Blanice or Vltava within the Yarov campus as the free students? Yes, that can happen. Even the first year students could be allocated to the Jižní Město. It really depends on the spots of the dormitories. And because this year there are quite a lot of applications, so it can happen that the new students, even the international students, will be also allocated to Jižní Město. They will just try to, in the first place, allocate new students to Yarov, but it can happen that they will also live in Jižní Město. But like anyway, even those dormitories are quite nice. They are cheap, and just it's on the metro, it's on the tube. It takes, I'm not sure, like 30 minutes to come to the university. It's not also far away. Is the university hotel open the whole year? Can we be temporarily accommodated the first days of September? Like if you will come before 10 of September and will need accommodation, you just need to discuss this with the dormitory manager. Maybe your room will be even prepared earlier, so maybe you can just even move in to your room, but it depends. If not, then you can just book the spots in the university hotel. So if needed, students can stay also there. Is there curfew terms? Okay, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I would like to know if the roommates assigned to us are from our major, or if there are students from other majors, other grades, or even graduate students. Your roommate can be any student from VSE. So it does not have to be a student from your program. As I know, the dormitories try to allocate to students a little bit like, with the similar age, for example, maybe from a similar region, but it can be from any program. So maybe like there were quite a lot of questions. Till now, I'm just now finishing the recording of this webinar. So in this webinar, you can also will have then